When you buy a product, you should be able to do whatever you want with it, even if that means modding it in a way that I personally might not. But EA Games is apparently hunting down a DEI remover mod for the Sims 4 game because they're saying people are not being inclusive. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I have to talk a lot about modding on this channel, specifically because of Nexus mods. They are awful, ran by activists who want to control all of the content that you consume, and they constantly love to ban mods that they have deemed offensive. Only a few times have they actually reversed course. Recently, they did with Oblivion with the male and female gender mods. They claim that they didn't take down those mods because they didn't agree with the content, but because of toxicity. The people in the comments were allegedly being too toxic for their platform, and then they put them back up. I think it is because they were facing massive backlash over it, though they do not end up listening to people who use their platform most of the time, but they do love to control the content that is on their website. And we have seen occasionally companies going after people, like Capcom had taken aim at PC game modding, says that developers should be concerned over mods that are offensive to public order and morals, and now it seems that EA is doing the same exact thing. It says a new controversy has hit the gaming world as EA, publisher of The Sims 4, attempted to ban a popular mod called DEI Remover 1. This mod, which allows players to change diverse characters such as black, trans, and gay non-playable character NPCs into white, cisgender, and straight versions, has sparked heated debate online. EA claims that the mod violates its user agreement and has been working to scrub it from platforms, but the mod keeps reappearing, which I think is so hilarious because when you try to silence people, those people are going to fight back. They are going to post it on more platforms. They are going to make more posts about it on social media. They are going to bring more attention to it, and then the Streisand effect is going to occur. Now, would I personally use this mod? No. I don't really care if there are a couple of black or trans or gay NPCs in a game that I'm playing, but you should be allowed to download this mod if you want to. You should be allowed to edit and alter your game in the way that you feel like, because ultimately you paid for the product and it's not affecting anybody else. It is your world, it is your creation. You could download this mod if you really felt like it. And of course, I do not agree with any form of censorship, especially like this when it comes to a company controlling what their players are doing. It says, though, the Sims franchise owner EA have said that they've prided themselves on being inclusive since their launch in 2000, with the Sims 4 introducing expanded skin tones and more gender options in recent years. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing new for the Sims, but some people see the mod as erasing important representation. A content creator, Danielle Builds, called the mod a harmful agenda, arguing that it undermines years of progress towards diversity in gaming. Still, for many, the heart of the issue is not just about representation, but about freedom. I believe it is about freedom, the freedom to do what you want with your product. You can leave those diverse characters there. You could take them out if you really wanted to. Again, I personally wouldn't get any use out of this mod, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't exist. Just came across a Sims 4 mod that removes DEI by forcing all pre-made Sims to be white, straight, thin, and even changing LGBTQ plus couples into siblings. That's kind of crazy. This isn't just a mod, it's intentionally erasing representation and pushing a harmful and disgusting agenda. I think that controlling people and censoring people is a disgusting agenda. I think that freedom is important. Does that mean that I'm a harmful person for speaking up for my rights? Well, apparently to this person it is. We've heard very similar situations in the past, like Capcom taking aim at PC game modding, in a move that's both concerning and unsurprising given the ongoing rise in anti-consumer rhetoric across nearly every industry. Capcom has officially declared their opposition to the concept of PC game modding. Unfortunately, they now view it as basically cheating, but it really all boils down to sexualized content. They do not want people over-sexualizing their characters and altering the developer's initial intentions. The majority of mods can have a positive impact on the game, but some mods, however, can be detrimental to the company, both in terms of reputational damage and in terms of workload. To this end, Capcom employees then declared there are a number of mods that are offensive to public order and morals. When these are disseminated, the image of the product is tarnished and branding is affected. Also, these offensive mods may be mistaken for legitimate implementations and can cause reputational damage. Ah, yes, because a game for adults where you make the character's breasts a little bit bigger is very offensive, guys. That is just degenerate. How could you do this? I mean, let's be honest, they're just bothered that people are altering the way that their characters look. And sure, maybe there's a few developers out there who could take it personally. But again, I just don't see this as a massive problem. And now, of course, EA is getting slammed on social media over this. Here is a post by Pirate Nation talking about it. This is really a great indicator that EA has too many staff members and could stand another round of layoffs. We did just hear that, of course, Cliffhanger Games is getting shut down. They're canceling the Black Panther game. And I don't like to revel in the fact that people are losing their jobs typically. But when you're just activists who are infiltrating the industry and you're trying to tear it apart limb from limb, yeah, I'm not going to support you. I'm not going to sit here and defend cultural Marxists. It's just not going to happen. It's a PEGI 12 game, a digital dollhouse, very much inappropriate for LGBT topics to be there in the first place. Very interesting point. Apparently, someone has already republished the mod some time ago, so if it gets taken down from where it was originally shared by staff and admins, then it would be found on what we have made. There are plenty of alternative sites now, luckily. Based mods, DEG mods, Ayaka mods, those are all sites that I do highly recommend that you check out, and you should be able to find this content, though it's just hilarious that this is really bothering EA so much to the point where now they are like actively hunting down this mod and they're trying to get it erased from the internet. But we know when companies do that, it just ends up being a domino effect. Why would EA even bother going after this? I bet it's activist sites like Nexus that are removing them voluntarily. Re-upload into torrents. EA can't shut that down. Let us erase it. It's our game. Stop trying to shove your fetishes down our throats. EA's going full Ubisoft. They're next to die. EA has been bad for several years at this point, and I'm glad that they're finally getting roasted by people, because over the years I've definitely talked about them a lot, but you know, they're a company that has surprisingly floated under the radar in a lot of instances. Ubisoft has really been getting the brunt of the backlash over the past 2 or so years. So it seems that it's EA's turn next. Now, I will be keeping my eye on this to see if this mod is re-uploaded, if EA makes any statements on it. I highly doubt it, but it just seems that they are really bothered over the fact that people simply want to edit their game the way that they feel like. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.